Hi ladies, I want to welcome you tonight to Essential Oils for Mental Wellness. My name is Amanda Mancini. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to come on. I am, for those of you that don't know me, I am a mom of twins. They're 14 years old now. I am a personal trainer, and I have a health and wellness company called Pure Fit Women, and I help women with fitness, nutrition, and essential oils, and also wellness topics and things like that. So if you're interested, you can go to my website and check out some articles and blogs and things like that I have. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to come on, and I'm going to go over oils that are great for mental wellness and helping with anxiety and stress and things like that. While we're waiting, though, I'm going to show you my favorite diffuser. So if you're not using a diffuser currently, you'll definitely want to get your hands on one. This is an amazing diffuser, and I pretty much have the diffuser on most of the day. I would recommend that you definitely run it about a couple of hours at a time, then shut it off, and you can put it on again later on because your body will get used to the aroma that you have in the room after about a half hour. So it's nice to see some of you guys coming on. I'm going to make sure that we are done by 8:30. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. And I know we have a snow day tomorrow, so you'll have some time to catch up on things in the house and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to get started now. Hi, Arlene and Arlinda. I see you guys. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to start discussing why do we use essential oils for emotional health, mental wellness. In my experience, I've been training women for over 20 years, and it seems that so many people that I speak to have trouble with, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, worry, anxiousness, fear, sleeplessness. I could keep going down the list. Or they have kids that have trouble with ADHD or attention problems, focus issues, anxiety about going to school and things like that. It seems very, very rampant today. I don't know if it's because of the way society has changed. Maybe it's the internet, social media. I'm not really sure the reasons. I do believe that a lot of it has to do with how rushed our lives are and, feeling pressures, that maybe weren't there in the past years ago. If you feel like you're having issues with to the point where you can't function in your daily life, you definitely have an issue to address. So the oils, what I'm going to talk about now, they're not going to cure you. I don't want you to get that impression that you can use an oil that's going to cure you. There's so many other things that come into play when you're using, just living a healthy lifestyle. And I think it all comes together. But essential oils do in fact work. And if you are open to them and you've experienced them, you can definitely sense that they can help calm you down and help you relax and things like that. But if you feel like you're struggling with just getting through the day, you might need something, some kind of therapy or something more from that. In regard to medications, I know a lot of people use anti-anxiety medications, and unfortunately when you go for therapy, you go to a doctor, the first thing that they do is they put you on, hi Vicky, they put you on anti-anxiety medications without even trying a natural approach. So that's the only thing that really gets to me. I'd rather see people use that as a last resort than the first thing that they go to. So I wrote down, I'm going to be referring to some of my notes because I don't want to forget anything. So if you want to write anything down, I would recommend you have a pen and paper handy because you might forget some of the oils that I recommend and why. But I'm going to start with, before we get to the oils, some of the things that I really feel are so important to just general wellness. And if your body is not well, your mind is not going to be well. First and foremost, you need to focus on your diet. So if you're having trouble with these things, your mental wellness, look at the food you're putting in your body. I can't tell you how great you're going to feel if you start removing processed foods and things that are causing gut issues for your body. It could be dairy, it could be processed foods, it could be alcohol, excessive alcohol. It could be coffee that could be triggering a lot of anxiety in your body. Things like that. So diet is super important. Sleep is another one. I say this in most of my videos, but if your body is not rested, nothing's working properly. Your metabolism's not working properly. Your mind is not, your brain is not rested. It's not going to work properly. Causes a lot of problems, depression, increased cortisol, and all these things can affect you in negative ways. So, and the third thing I want to mention is exercise. If you're not working out, I can't tell you how many people I talk to that are depressed, but then they also aren't exercising. And with that exercising, I do believe you need to be outside as much as you can be outside during this time of the year, even if it's just a couple of times a week. But that sun and that fresh air and that vitamin D that you'll get from just even a short exposure to the sun is going to make a world of difference. So I'll tell you from experience, I do a lot of running outside, and this year was a little challenging for the running outside, and I definitely feel a difference in my mental wellness. We got out this weekend. It was very cold, and we ran outside, and I felt 1,000 times better. I don't know what it is about the fresh air. It might have to do with the air or the sun. I don't know, but I can't tell you enough how important it is to get out there just for a little bit. But either way, you want to get physical movement in your body on a regular basis. If you're not doing that, you're going to get depressed. You're not releasing those endorphins that you get from exercise. So that's another thing. And a healthy gut is known to improve your mood. So if you're not going to the bathroom, if you're constipated, it's usually your diet. And you might want to take a look at what you're eating, ways you can improve that issue for yourself. If you want, information on that, I can help you. But probiotics, fermented foods, lots of fiber, reduction in animal products, those things will make you have a healthier gut. And if you're dealing with constipation or anything like that, you might need to make some changes there because it will affect your general health and well-being. So I'm not going to spend too much time on all the other things because we're here to talk about the oils. So I wanted to mention to you that, well, first I want to tell you I'm not dispensing any medical advice to you. So if you have medical questions or concerns or you're on medications, don't consider doing anything different until you speak to your doctor. Don't go off medications or go on them because of anything you hear today. So essential oils are great because they can provide a natural and safe support to your mental health. So if you are a person that struggles with, anxiety, stress, worry, panic, depression, sleeplessness, focus issues, those types of things are proven actually to help. Essential oils can help you. Now, when you're taking medications, they come with side effects, but with essential oils, there are no side effects. You don't have to worry about impacting your health in any way. And I just read an article about people that are on anti-anxiety medications, and I can provide the article to you if you like, but there is a link to dementia, long-term use. There's a link to dementia and other issues besides that, but people that use them long-term. So if you're dealing with anything now that's, that you can maybe support with these oils, it might be something to think about. One last thing I forgot to mention about making some changes before you look to the oils for help is toxicity in relationships and work and things like that. If you're experiencing toxicity in your life with people around you and that's causing you to feel any of these things, again, no diet, no exercise, no oil is going to help you. You need to make the changes that you need to make in order to get past these things. So if you have somebody around you that's causing this distress for you, that's another issue you'll have to deal with. But in the meantime, aside from all of those other things, I love essential oils because you can use them in a couple of different ways based on what how you're feeling and what you need to come out. So if you need to relax, or you need to calm down, or you need you're experiencing grief, the oils can help you in the way that basically when you inhale an aroma. So if I'm using, let's just say, my diffuser right now, if you inhale the aroma of whatever oil you're putting in it, that aroma meets the part of your brain that's responsible for your emotions. It's called the olfactory bulb. And once it meets that, it can trigger a series of chemical reactions. So, for example, lavender oil is known to trigger serotonin. And serotonin helps you relax and calm your body down. So they do actually work. So that's what aromatherapy is basically. So getting to the oils, how do we improve them for mental health? So you can use them in a couple of different ways, and then I'll go through what oils are best for what reasons. Excuse me. the first way you can use essential oils really simply is just by inhaling it in your hands. So if you have something like a citrus oil, let's just say like lemongrass, which is one of my favorites, you can just put a couple drops in your hand, rub your palms together, and inhale the oil. And that's a form of diffusion that's very easy. You can take around with you. If you're like a nervous person, you can keep lavender with you and do that when you're starting to feel anxious or nervous. And that's a great way to use an oil, just inhale simply from your hands. I meant to say earlier, if you have questions during this video, you can post them and I can answer it while we're talking, while I'm talking to you now. And if you think of anything after, you can post it also, and I'll see your comments later and I can address it then. So if you want, if you think of anything, feel free to comment or to ask any questions you would like for any particular issue. Okay, so another way that we use it, which I mentioned already, was in the diffuser. Again, there's all different kinds, there's all different qualities. This happens to be a very good one. Depending on the size of the room you have, you can use a diffuser next to your bed, in the kitchen. I have them in every single room in my house. When I first started with the oils, I thought I would only use it in the kitchen, and then next thing I knew, we all had one in our bedroom. So they're in every room. They're in my training studio, and they're amazing because when you walk in a room, if you can picture going into a spa, and when you walk into a spa, you just love the aroma of the oil, of the scent that is in the spa. When you walk in, it's very calming, very soothing, and you just feel like you're in another place. That's because they have essential oils diffusing when you come in there. So the point is you can do this in your own home. You can have this all the time. So I use the essential oils. I'll put about 6 to 8 drops in my diffuser, and depending on what you need at that moment, you can combine different oils together, and I'll explain which ones I use. Or you can put, whatever oil is going to help you in there. It could be 1 oil, it could be 2 or 3. But generally, you only need about 6 to 8 drops total. So you don't have to use a ton. And just so you know, these bottles contain about 250 drops in one bottle. So you're going to get a lot of use out of it. You don't have to spend a lot of money, and you're not going to go through them that quickly. Okay, so the next way I use the oils is by, I forgot to mention this, you can put it in a little spray bottle with water and just mist it on your pillow. You can mist it, in your car. If you're driving and you want to make sure that you're awake, you can take some peppermint and put it in a few drops of peppermint in a little spray bottle with water, and you could just spritz in your car. You can do that to wake you up when you're driving or if you need energy. All right, so those are some ways you can use it when you're diffusing or just in the air. The second most popular way that we use the oils is topically. So if you're not used to, if you haven't been exposed to oils yet, topically is when you put it directly on your skin. And I always recommend that you dilute the oil that you're using on your skin, which means that you'll take an oil such as coconut oil or olive oil or almond oil, whatever it is that you like to use, and apply a little bit to your skin first, and then you can put the oil on top of that. Some oils are fine to be put on by themselves, and they call that neat, N-E-A-T. But if you don't know if your body's going to be sensitive to an oil, I would suggest that you apply it with another carrier oil, like a coconut or an almond oil, just so that the rate of absorption is slower and you won't have any skin issues from using the oil directly on your skin. Okay, so some of the oils that I use often, I'm backtracking actually. I want to make sure I get through this with you. I wrote some notes here, so forgive me. Okay, so topically, you can apply the oils usually to the back of the neck is a great spot if you're looking to calm yourself down. The temples are great for energy, anything that you feel like is going on in your head. If you're having trouble concentrating, you can also do your wrists. You can do over your chest. If you're having anxiety, put it over your chest. And some people do it to the bottoms of their feet if you don't love the smell. So those are the basic ways and places that you're going to put the oils. The back of the neck, behind the ears, the wrists, over your heart, and the bottoms of the feet. Okay, so you should write that down. If you have a child that you're using the oils on, if you have a child that's very anxious or anything like that, you could put it, and they don't like the smell of the oil, or they're too young to have an oil near their face, then put it on the bottom of their feet. Okay, and that's pretty much where I put oils on my kids, are on their feet. It's because they don't really want the oils around their face. Most of the time the kids don't love it. but generally it will calm them down. And there are so many studies that will help, that I could share with you, that will show you the actual effect that have been done on children that have been using oils for focus and concentration, and if they're having issues in school and things like that. So if you want information on that, let me know. But they're very, very effective for people with ADHD and anxieties and those things that are real common today. Okay, so let me see if I'm skipping over anything. Okay, so I'm going to go into my favorite oils for mental wellness, okay? If you're dealing with anxiety, a top pick, and I'm going to show you some ones that you might not have heard of before, but I'm going to go through the main ones first, is lavender. Lavender is probably the most highly used oil, and it's amazing for easing anxiety, helping with sleep, helping with depression, anything related to nervousness, anxiousness, anything on that spectrum. What I would advise to you is I make roller bottles of everything, and I don't have one for lavender in front of me right now, but this is a roller bottle. If you haven't seen one before, you can buy them online, but the company that I use, they sell these already made if you want. I like to make my own. You can go on Amazon, buy a pack of 12 of these or 6, and all you do is you put about 20 to 30 drops of, let's just say, lavender in the bottle. You pour some coconut oil on top, put the cap on, make sure that you get a stainless steel or a glass roller. So if you look at that, there's a roller on it. The oil comes out. You want to make sure that it's stainless steel or a glass roller, otherwise it's going to be annoying. And then you have yourself a little lavender. When you get nervous or you feel anxious, you can apply it to your pulse points behind the ears, on your chest, and it's real easy to carry around like that. You can also put it directly on from the bottle, but it's not as convenient. So that's why we use roller bottles, and they really come in handy if you're dealing with multiple let's just say issues, mental issues, whatever they may be. You might want to combine certain oils together, and I'll go over a couple of those. Let me do a time check. Okay, so another way you can use lavender oil, which is real popular, is you can put it in the bathtub. If you have a child in there and you want them to calm down at night, put a couple of drops in the bath water. You can also spritz it on your pillow before you go to bed. So if you have trouble sleeping, I wanted to mention those of you that have trouble sleeping due to anxiety and things like that, which a lot of people do, we love to use lavender in the diffuser. I do 3 to 4 drops of lavender. Then you're going to use an oil called cedarwood, which has a sedative effect on people, especially for children. So this is called cedarwood, and this is a great oil. So I'll do 4 drops of cedarwood, and then I don't have it down here with me, but there's a third oil called vetiver, Vetiver. So it's lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver. Those 3 oils are amazing for insomnia, sleeplessness, anything relating to anxiety, you need to calm down. Those are great oils. There's another great oil that we use as that we carry, and I'll show you what it's called. It's called Serenity, and I don't know if I brought it down here, so forgive me. I do have it. Okay. This is called Serenity. So if you don't want to purchase 3 oils and you're just looking to get one thing that's going to help calm you down, help ease anxiety, help you sleep, this is the name of the oil. And I love this blend. It has in it cedarwood, I don't know if it has cedarwood, but it definitely has vetiver, and it has lavender in it, among other oils. So this is a great one blend that you can use, and people love this one. We just put this on at all different times of the day, anytime you're experiencing those feelings, and they're very uncomfortable when you feel that way. It's hard to function if you're going to work and things like that, and you're experiencing anxiety. It's very hard to be out, in the world talking to people when you feel that way. Okay, so another thing I do, one last thing with lavender, which I love, and I do this every night. I like to put lavender in my body lotion at night. I just think it's a very relaxing thing to do. So I buy an unscented body lotion. You take the lotion and you just apply 2 drops to the lotion in your hand, and you use it as a body lotion on a child, on yourself, and it's just going to calm you down. It's going to help your muscles relax. It helps you relax to go to sleep. So if you're a person that needs to really decompress, I can't say enough good things about using lavender, but definitely in body lotion, coconut oil, and just rub it all over your body after the shower. All right, the second oil that is amazing for mood boosting. So if you're a person that's dealing with depression, or you're just kind of low, your mood is low, you feel down, you're going to go with an oil called bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus oil, and it's generally known for its uplifting properties. It's great for reducing anxious feelings, easing depression and sadness, and increasing energy. So you can put this in your diffuser with lavender and in the morning, and help your body, lift your mood in the morning. You're going to be calm, but you're also going to be uplifted with energy at the same time. So just so you know, any citrus oil is considered a photosensitive oil. So lemon oil, orange oil, any of those oils, lemongrass, these oils will cause a sensitivity if you put them on your body when you go in the sun. So once the weather turns and you're going to be outside for any period of time, do not put citrus oils on your body where your skin is exposed to the sun. You will burn. And I've had this happen to me. I tell this all the time, but I do a lot of running outside, and I love the smell of bergamot, and I made a roller bottle, and I went running for about an hour. And I came back and I had two big red blotches right here, and I was only outside for an hour, and it wasn't that hot out. So be careful with that. If you're using a citrus oil, you can put it in the diffuser in the summertime. It's perfectly fine to do that. And if it's anywhere that you know your skin is not going to be exposed to the sun for at least 12 hours, you're free to use it. But otherwise, make sure that you're not using citrus oils out in the summertime. Okay, so the next one that I love and is very, very popular is an oil called frankincense. Frankincense is considered a spiritual oil, a holy oil, and it's known as the king of essential oils because it's used for everything. And mainly, it's known to calm the mind, promote relaxation, and ease depression. So if you're going through any of those things, you will love frankincense. I combine this with lavender all the time. I also use it for if you have pain and inflammation in your body, and sometimes when you have generalized pain in your body all the time, it can really wear on you if you're going through any kind of issue, cancer, post-cancer, anything dealing with your whole body going through some changes. You'll want to use frankincense on a daily basis. If you have an autoimmune issue, you would also use this oil as well. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet. You can apply it to your pulse points. I love frankincense when I need to be energized, but I also need to concentrate. I'll do frankincense and peppermint together. You can, again, put in the diffuser, but I do love it on the temples and behind the ears. That's where I put mine. It's also great if you are doing any kind of meditation or prayer. You can apply some frankincense to your body, or even to your yoga mat. If you're practicing yoga, you can put a couple of drops on your mat so you can get the aroma of the frankincense while you're, going through your practice. You can also add it to your lotion as well. It's very easy on the skin. It's well tolerated by most people. And you can apply it over your heart area if you're feeling depressed. A lot of times that feeling people have of depression or a broken heart or some kind of grief, put it over your heart area, and it's going to definitely lift your mood up and help you feel a little more grounded, if you can picture what I mean by that. Okay, the next one I'm going to mention, and one of my favorites that I use all the time, is wild orange. Wild orange is great for relieving. First of all, I love how it smells in the diffuser. It's got the most beautiful smell. I just love the smell of oranges in the morning. I love peppermint and orange together in the diffuser. I'll do 4 drops of each. It's considered a focus blend. So if you have a child in the house that has ADHD or ADD, put some put some wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser together, and it's going to uplift the mood, but it helps you to concentrate. So when I have to do work for any period of time, like brain work, mental work, I always have that blend going in my diffuser all the time. Okay, it's also, if you want to go with like a stress-free blend, if you're a person that's feeling stressed out, you can put lavender and wild orange topically on your body or in the diffuser. Topically, what I would do with this is make a roller bottle so you have the ease of application. And in a roller bottle, again, if you're just coming on in now, this is the roller bottle, I would do 10 drops of wild orange, 10 drops of lavender, and then the coconut oil on top of that. Put the cap on, shake it up, and then you have yourself a stress-free blend when you're out and about. You don't have to worry about carrying all these bottles around. All right, so we're getting close to the end now. One of the oils I know a lot of women deal with is PMS, hormonal changes, menopausal symptoms. If your hormones are going crazy and you know you're PMSing and you're not yourself, which we've probably all experienced, is an oil that is really great for women. It's called Clary Sage, and it's a great oil because it's known for its mood balancing properties and uplifting effects. So you can use it for postpartum depression, anxiety, insomnia, PMS, and you can apply a few drops to your lotion or in the diffuser. I love it in the diffuser with wild orange and lavender. I put those 3 together, so I'll do 3 drops of each. I also have a blend that our company sells, and I'll explain how you can look at these oils on the website if you like, but it's called Clary Calm, and it's a women's monthly blend. And I love this oil because it has a bunch of oils in here that are great for mood balancing and PMS and all those things that women go through. And so for my daughter, if you have a teenage daughter that's a little hormonal, I love this oil because you just can apply it directly to your abdomen. You can put it behind your ears. A lot of people wear it as a perfume as well. It has an oil in it called Ylang Ylang, which is great for easing sadness, balancing mood. It's proven to help with a lot of issues for women. So any woman out there that has a daughter, teenage daughter, will love Clary Calm. That's the name of that oil. Okay, so I'm going to see if I missed anything. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to jump in anytime and let me know if you have a certain question you want me to answer for you. I'm going to just touch on a couple of other things. Just give me 1 second. Okay, for an energy blend for people that have, if you're exercising and you just need energy. That's something that I get a lot of times. People don't feel like they have the energy to work out. You're going to do peppermint, and you can do frankincense. So those 2 are great for energy, for exercise. Put a couple of drops on your temples before you work out. You're going to feel great. If you're having cravings, usually if you are tired, you might be getting a lot of cravings, or maybe you are feeling down and depressed. You're going to get cravings. Try using cinnamon essential oil for that. That will be great to ease cravings. Also, grapefruit oil. Not only is that uplifting, but it's also good for stopping sugar cravings. Okay, hormonal support besides Clary Sage, if you're dealing with your menopausal symptoms and things like that, geranium is amazing for that, and frankincense as well. So again, frankincense is coming up a couple of times now. And then lastly, let me get to my specifics. Okay, if you're dealing with postpartum, I know a lot of women out there still having babies and, dealing with those feelings after you give birth. Postpartum sadness, that's very common. Lavender, frankincense, Clary Sage, and Ylang Ylang. You can add that to a warm bath and just sit in there for 10 minutes, and it's going to uplift your mood. That's one. Fatigue is a big one. Any citrus oil is going to do well for you for fatigue, and also you can use basil and rosemary. Those are 2 great oils for fatigue. And if you're feeling very angry, you have just anger in you, something's bothering you, you have to deal with it, you're going to go with bergamot, sandalwood, Ylang Ylang again, which keeps coming up, and Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is great for calming your mood. I'm just going through a couple ones here, and then I'm going to close it up. If you are dealing with grief, if you've lost a loved one and you're hi Amy, and you're dealing with things like that, anything dealing with grief, you can go with any of the citrus oils. Also lavender, geranium, and Roman chamomile. Those are all great. So you can see a lot of the oils are going to be good for multiple things. A lot of times when you're having one emotion, it's tied to another emotion. So if you're angry, you're also agitated, or if you're tired, you might also be depressed. If you're anxious, you might also be worried, and a lot of the same oils will work for you. So for those of you that are looking to get started with the essential oils, I wanted to mention to you why I chose doTERRA, which is the company that I partner with. And this is the name of the company if you're new to oils. It's called doTERRA. And what I love about this company is that their oils are certified pure therapeutic grade oils, and a lot of people don't realize that when they're buying oils off Amazon or on the shelves in the supermarket, that most of the oils you're going to buy in those places are not pure and 100% real oils. They're filled with fragrance, toxins, fillers, pesticides, and you're not getting a real true oil. So if you're looking just at price, what's going to happen is you can go and buy oil from the supermarket, but it's not going to work the way it's supposed to work. It's not going to do what it's supposed to do if it's not a true oil. So you'll definitely want to make sure that what you're using is 100% pure and potent, and it's going to actually do what it's supposed to do. So all of our oils are third-party tested, and no other company in my experience comes close to this, and that's why I chose this company. I also have a great mentor that helped me in the beginning learn how to use the oils and what to do with them. So if you are a person that wants to start, or if you're using oils already and you're not really sure how to use them, or you don't know if you have a good oil, you can message me, you can email me, you can message me on here on Facebook, or you can email me at amandapurefit@gmail.com, and I can share with you how to get your oils at a discount. So if you're not getting them at a discount, I can tell you how to get a wholesale discount, 25% off. And if you are if you want to do that, I will also be the person that will help you get started and learn how to use your oils. So it's nice to know that when you get started with the oils, you have somebody that is knowledgeable and able to help you and pick out the right oils for you. So you don't need 20 different oils to start. Most people, if they're experiencing an issue, can use an oil for various different things. So if you're using lavender, for example, and you're using it for anxiety and stress and sleeplessness or whatever it is you're dealing with, you can also use it for skin regeneration, skin healing. You can use it in your body lotion, in cleaning products. So one oil is used in multiple unrelated ways, which is what makes it really great to have on hand. And if you're using something like frankincense, that oil, basically whatever you have going on, you're going to use it for everything. So it's something that as you go through your journey with essential oils, you're really going to be opened up to a whole new world. And I'm going to show you what I spoke to you tonight of oils that I started with in the beginning, but your knowledge base is going to grow with it, and you're going to see different reasons for all different oils. So I'm going to show you my oil collection, if I can hold it up, but this is my oil collection. So I have a lot there. And I could spend probably the next 2 hours talking to you about all these different oils, but the basics are the ones that are really going to be great for you to start. And then that's it. We can go over a little bit more. If you have questions on anything specific after this video, feel free to post. And if you want to hear about something else that you want to learn about with the oils, just let me know, and I can do another video on it and help you guys that way. So I appreciate your time. Let me know if you have questions. I'll be posting some specifics on what I spoke about today. I'm going to post this article that I wrote on the oils for mental wellness tonight. And you can go on my website and check it out at purefitwomen.fit. And I appreciate your time. I hope you guys have a good night, and hopefully we won't get too much snow tomorrow. Take care. Bye.